Hey, it's Clay, and this will be a video chart on ticker symbol CLSI. We will take a look at the 30-minute time frame. Real quick, what do I mean by 30-minute in case maybe you're new to charts? Instead of each one of these candlesticks here representing 1 day's worth of price action, which is what you would normally see, each one represents 30 minutes. So while this here may look like several days worth of time, it's actually today's price action broken down into 30-minute time slices. I like to do this time frame that does a good job of telling the quote-unquote story of the price, and then makes mapping out where levels of support and resistance a bit easier to see. Did this analysis on Wednesday, so that is where these red line annotations are coming from. First thing, before anything else, going to do a little house cleaning here and just get rid of that line. Sure, that level up there still pertains. It's just not relevant right now. And from a presentation standpoint, I don't want to risk causing clutter and confusion because there's lines everywhere. So let's try to keep this as clear as possible. The one dynamic here that occurred today that wasn't the greatest was the price has now broken down below that purple line there, which on my chart denotes the very famous 50-period simple moving average. Even if you have a very basic understanding of charts, I'm sure you've heard of the 50-period moving average, and you know that when the price is up above it, then from a bullish standpoint, you want to see the price stay up above it. And with the price breaking down below there, does that ruin the chart? No. Does that make the chart a little less attractive? Yes. I'll say that again. Sometimes people get confused. There's a big difference between a chart losing attractiveness and being totally destroyed. This chart is by no means destroyed, but yeah, it's just not as preferable as it once was because the price is now below that area. And that also segues into the first key update, and that is just based on the foundational rule that when levels of support are broken and closed below, they tend to act as resistance. And that's already played out here, actually. So the price broke below it right there, and then you can see the next couple of candles try to get back above it. But a classic example there of the support now acting as resistance. So as far as resistance levels are concerned going forward, again, as we just discussed, first key level, that purple line there, and then the next level, that red line, which we've talked about before, and that sits at 0.089. Now, what about levels of support, where the buyer's seemingly hanging out at right now? And the first key level of support, nothing fancy or complicated behind it other than the fact of, it was where the party stopped for the bears today, so where the bulls finally showed up. And that was down there at 0.057. So 0.057, one of the newest areas of support. And I'm not saying that the price is headed down in this area or anything like that, but after 0.057, the next key very important overarching support would be that pink line, which on my chart denotes the 200-period moving average. And again, it's one of those situations where even if you have a very basic understanding of charts, I'm sure you've heard of the 200-period moving average, and you know that from the long-term trend perspective, that's definitely an area that you want to see the price stay up above. So overall, yeah, the chart lost some of its attractiveness today, but we'll see if the price can get back above that purple line or not. One of the biggest questions I get is, hey Clay, how do you find the stocks that you trade? So what I've done is put together a free resource guide where I talk about the tools that I use to locate stocks that I find interesting and think may have potential. So if that sounds like something that could add value to you as a trader, then click on the image that is up on the screen right now and I will email you the guide. The guide itself is very short and to the point, and best part, it's completely free. Thanks for watching the video. Let me know if you have any questions.